Hey, this is Short John Red, and welcome back to Vampire Therapist. Now, last time Andy just said something kind of gross, and we were talking about blaming. The cognitive distortion, I mean.
All right, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Don't mean to be a prude, but can we please, you know.
I said nothing lurid, Samuel. Why are you so distressed?
Oh, you know why.
Singing great satisfaction. It's like hearing your parents talking about their sex lives. I mean, not that you're. I mean, forget I said anything.
All right, Samuel, let us move on. The interface on this widely used new vampire dating app is so modern. How do they expect anyone to use this cursed thing?
The interface on this widely used new vampire dating app is so modern. How do they I mean, it could be because you're referring to whoever made the dating app.
Come on now, boss. Not every app out there is designed too good, but we can't expect machines to run themselves. Well, that's some blaming right there.
You are correct, Samuel. It was only hypothetical, of course. I do endeavor to keep up with the times.
Dating apps. If only they actually worked.
By the way, thank you again for teaching me Control V and Control C the other night. What a delightful trick.
Wait, did this happen off screen?
Oh, yeah. Way faster than going through the edit menu all the time.
You youngsters always find the latest tricks. Let's keep going, though.
Control C and control, as in like copy and paste.
Did you see the football game the other night? My preferred team played with great skill and should have won. The referee was clearly an agent of the Dark Lord.
Okay, that doesn't sound like. I don't hear any blaming, but I could be wrong.
It is the fault of the cursed sun that we must live in darkness.
I mean, that's technically true, so.
There are some blaming distortions you missed. I turned into a bat the other day and flew right into a tree. I was unable to perform in bed with Crimson the other night. It must have been her fault.
Didn't we already talk about this one?
Dang, that is some blaming. Takes two. All right.
I said nothing.
Didn't we already?
The interface on this widely used new vampire dating app is...
Come on now, Bob.
You are correct.
Why are we starting
Oh,
from the
yeah.
beginning?
Way
Did you see the football game? It is the fault of the...
The sun can't help being the sun, so don't go blaming it.
Okay, I thought that was a little weird. Like blaming us. I thought blaming as in like blaming people, not a celestial body. And why did it start over from the beginning? I don't get
The way
that.
I see it, we got our place. That ain't nobody's fault.
Well done, Samuel. Perhaps the sun is even more brilliant in our memories, and seeing the real thing would spoil it.
Well, that's one way of thinking about it.
There are some blaming distortions you missed in there, my friend. Listen once more. I turned into a bat the other day and flew right into a tree. Who put that tree there?
Alright, I guess this
Blaming
one.
someone else or the tree for you being clumsy, that ain't gonna do anyone much good.
And yet we do it anyway.
I smacked into my fair share of trees back when I was a youngster, but that was definitely my fault.
Of course, there is no shame in being a novice flyer as a young vampire, but we can be insecure creatures. That's our humanity at work. I was unable to perform in bed with Crimson the
Oh
other
my
night.
god, didn't we talk about this?
Dang, that. All right.
I said nothing lurid.
Singing.
The interface on this widely used...
Come on now.
You are correct. By the way,
This.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
you
now this
youngsters,
game's
did you
being
see
weird.
The football game the other night. My prefer... It is the fault of the curse.
The way I.
Well done, Samuel. Perhaps
Well, that's one way of thinking.
there are some blaming distortions you missed in... I turned into a bat the other day.
Oh
and
my
flew
god,
right
are
into-
they all?
Of course. I was unable to perform...
All right.
I said nothing lurid.
Singing great.
The interface on this...
Come on.
You are
What
correct.
the
By
hell
way,
is
Oh,
going
yeah.
on?
You youngsters always find... Did you see the football game the other night?
And now hold on, Andy. I think I saw the game you're talking about, and you're just blaming the ref for your team's mistakes. You got a great tight end, but one that plays a little dirty.
Oh man, what is... I don't know if this is like a bug or something, but it keeps repeating from the beginning.
Excuse me?
I didn't mean it like that. Oh, heck, I can't talk right today.
It's quite all right. Isn't getting dirty the point of play?
I think I get it.
Like,
I ain't trying
they're-
to erase what I did. I'm just bitter that I felt like I had no choice at all.
Like, are they all blaming?
And it all goes back to the United States taking my daddy away for their manifest destiny.
Manifest destiny? What is that?
I'm mad at him too. Dying for his country. What kind of nonsense is that? How'd his country pay him back?
Yeah, that's a thing. Like, I come from a military family, but I have no interest in enlisting myself for a variety of reasons. One of which is that I have no interest in fighting for a country that has never really fought for me.
But making my poor ma marry a drunk who beat the daylights out of her and his kids? Ain't no damn wonder I turned out the way I did.
That must have been devastating, Samuel. Countries are not human. They cannot feel, and stories such as yours prove it.
I mean, what the hell, Andy? My daddy's corpse didn't give a shit about no United States of America. It's kind of funny when you think about it. He died fighting the British so the U.S. could say they own Missouri. Who the fuck cares?
Wait, the British? Missouri? Aren't you from the 1800s? At least I thought you were. Or 18 or 1700s. Maybe the 1600s, but I don't know. I feel like you're post, like, I thought you were like post-Revolutionary War, unless. Okay, I'm clearly not caught up on my American history.
I'm telling you, Andy, the best thing about being dead is realizing how little that nationalism crap matters.
Desire for identity can create monsters worse than we. What happened after your father died?
Well, we didn't have nothing. The money was running out, so my ma got married to a hard man who drank even harder. He beat up my older brother, Jeb, for fun. And once Jeb started fighting back, dear old stepdad came for me. And that's when my brother killed him.
Oh, your brother killed him, huh? Was it an accident or intentional?
It sounds like a tragedy from my own country's mythology. I am sorry that such a thing happened to you, Samuel. Your brother was brave.
Oh no, the audio buzz. I'm sorry if that stupid audio buzz is here. Like, I have no idea how to fix it. Like, it seems what I did was mostly just make it less common.
No kidding. We went on the run together, but he was the one who kept us alive and fed, mostly through stealing and begging.
What happened to your mother?
Once we stopped being cute, begging didn't work anymore. So we moved up to robbing and killing. Killed my first man at 12, and then it got a little too easy.
Yeah, I can see where this is
That
going.
is young. I cannot imagine how difficult that must have been, Samuel. My country asked me to kill at 20, and I still remember how devastating it felt.
Yeah, well, nobody told me to do it. Like you said, that was all me. I don't think anyone was surprised either. When my brother and I rode into a town, you should have seen the way people looked at us. They knew we were trouble, and we were determined as hell to prove them right.
Yes, basically you decided that these are the cards that we've been dealt, so we might as well play them.
Aha, a moment, Samuel. I believe this is an opportunity for some growth.
It's them distortions again, huh?
Huh, I didn't see or hear one, but alright, let's hear what you have to say, Andy.
To err is human, as they say. Do not be discouraged. There is something in what you just said that you cannot be sure of. Can you tell me what it is?
I stopped being cute. The nationalism is. I'm sorry. These are. I think it's this one because, I mean, this one's just flat out false, and as funny as this one is, I don't think that's the case here. The people knew we were trouble. Isn't that technically overgeneralization?
I guess there ain't no way of knowing that people thought we were trouble.
That's right, Samuel. There is one way of knowing exactly what they were thinking, and that would be to read their minds.
And, you can't read their mind.
Thus is the cognitive distortion called mind reading. Yes, we can weigh evidence and make predictions, but never with complete certainty.
Wait, isn't this kind of similar to overgeneralization? Like, you're assuming what people are thinking.
I was a dirty little thieving murderer. I don't blame him for judging me.
First, that's labeling. Second, one of those people might have been patient and gentle, one that had an experience like yours. You cannot know. With your mind reading, do you see how you made everyone your enemy?
Yeah. You're right. You're damn right.
I still think this sounds a little similar to overgeneralization.
No one expects a child to be perfectly aware of themselves and the world, Samuel. Remember, start with compassion for yourself. Here, let us do an exercise to help you recognize mind reading.
I hate it how it cuts out at the end.
Jesus Christ would have disliked the idea of anal intercourse.
Okay, that one's definitely mind reading because you're assuming you know what he would have disliked. But you don't. No one can. He's dead, and that's, of course, assuming he even existed, which I'm probably gonna get raked for the calls for even saying that, but moving on.
I know that's mind reading right there. Unless you asked Jesus Christ himself and he told you, there's no way you'd know how he feels about butt sex.
Very good, Samuel. Many in my time have claimed to know the mind of Jesus Christ, and none of them have ever even met him.
Not even just your time. A lot of people would make that claim. And yet, anyone who would have known him is dead by now. And it's debatable, and even if one of their descendants still alive, well, they couldn't say what their ancestors heard. Unless they, like, wrote it down somewhere.
You were there when he was kicking around. You ever meet him?
No, that part of the world was never really vampire-friendly.
You got that right.
The chair you're sitting in is one of his, though. Magnificent, isn't it?
Really?
Jesus Christ made this chair?
Wait, you're fucking with me, aren't you?
I bought it cheaply before he became a big deal. He was certainly ahead of his time as a carpenter.
That's actually kind of funny. I feel like I did hear something about how, I don't know, Jesus made furniture. I don't know, I just remember this one bit about, like, hey, I made a table or something. Well, that's not how it goes, and it wasn't a bit, just, yeah, it was just something about a table.
Dang. Now I feel awkward sitting in this thing.
It's more than 2,000 years old, Samuel. It is still just a chair, and has experienced millennia of past wind. Don't worry about it.
Did you really just say millennia of past wind?
Crimson is upset with me because I forgot to take out the garbage. I know, because she told me so.
That's not mind reading because she told you how she felt. Like, it's only mind reading if you're assuming you know what they think, even though, you don't know. But here, she's flat out telling you how she feels. So therefore, you do know what she feels because she told you so.
I sent my friend Vlad an internet message, and he left it on red. He must hate me.
Okay, this one is mind reading because you're assuming he hates you because he didn't read your message.
That's some mind reading for sure. There's no way you know what Vlad's thinking. Maybe he wasn't ready to answer, or maybe he forgot.
Or maybe he just didn't notice.
Excellent, Samuel. That's correct. There are endless reasons why Vlad would leave my messages on red, and only Vlad knows them. Reading too much into an internet message is a massive waste of time.
The Pony Express was a lot healthier, I think. This internet stuff makes people get real nutty.
I don't know what you mean by Pony Express, but yeah, the well-deserved jab at people who are terminally online, myself included.
Mortals are in more of a rush than we are, I'm afraid. Let us continue. One of the patrons of my club was having dirty thoughts about me. I know because I read his mind with my vampiric powers.
Okay, this is kind of a tricky one, because on one hand, like, by mind reading you mean, like, you're assuming you know what they're thinking, but in this case, you literally read the person's mind. So, does it count?
I told our bouncer, Bert, a funny joke the other day. He was quiet, but very amused.
Okay, I think this is mind reading.
How the heck would you know if Bert was amused by your jokes? That's clearly mind reading.
You are correct, Samuel. No one knows what Bert is thinking. I like to think he dreams of butterflies. But who can say?
I don't think he's thinking of butterflies.
Then you are mind reading, Samuel. Let Bert be Bert.
Well, he said he doesn't think, not he doesn't know.
Yeah, I guess so.
I believe you now understand that mind reading may have closed the door on some opportunities for you.
I suppose. I can't really know either way, but I guess that's the point of all this. Knowing what's real and what's not.
Exactly, Samuel. So tell me, what happened to you and your brother?
You don't know already. I thought we were famous Wild West outlaws. They called us the Handsome Boys on account of the fact that we were young and good looking.
Is that a real thing? I'm not gonna look it up.
I think we made as close to a living as possible while keeping up a life like that for some 35 years. They stopped calling us the Handsome Boys eventually. Mostly they just called us those two sumbitches.
Some bitches.
Jeb and I married a pair of sisters, even talked about settling down in some kind of fashion. I guess we got greedy though. One last big job, as they say in the pictures.
Yeah, they always say that. Like, I swear this is gonna be the last one. Like, I swear this is gonna be the last drink I'll have. And then 20 minutes later, 20 drinks later.
Met this fella in a saloon who'd heard of us. Went by Ernie. He said he'd help us take down the Pioneer Missouri Bank. A take of $30,000, split 3 ways.
So $10,000 each.
That's about $1 million in today's dollars, but that kind of money was unthinkable back when.
Yeah, I never really. Money's a weird thing when it comes to time period and location. Like, apparently during the Civil War, $10 or $13 was a lot of money. But in today's economy, that's barely squat.
We got the money all right, but my brother got shot in the head. Dead before he even hit the ground. I didn't know who did it. So in my rage, I killed every soul in that bank. Ernie and I ran off with that dirty money, but weren't nothing the same after that. When she heard the news, my sister-in-law was screaming so loud she scared the coyotes away. My wife left with her that night, and I didn't see either of them ever again.
I think previously you said you had a daughter, and also, what exactly is 30,000 in between two people? Okay, 15,000. Okay.
Not sure I wanted to. I had $15,000 and no interest in spending it.
Of course.
Just sat there in a sack. When Ernie invited me to join his gang, I saw no reason not to.
Are you talking about that cult you mentioned before? I pulled out my calculator only for the game to tell me the answer anyway. Why does this always happen to me?
I'm pretty sure I signed that devil's contract as soon as I started killing them folks in the bank.
I am sorry, Samuel. That is a truly horrifying story. I can hear the pain in your voice. Your brother was precious to you.
Yeah. He wasn't a good man, Andy. But he kept me safe. Without him, I knew I'd be doomed. I was certain I had no choice but to join the Mystic Bastards.
That's what they're called, Mystic Bastards.
Yeah, I know. Cognitive distortion.
I know you know, Samuel. A new one, but I think you can identify it on your own. What is the cognitive distortion you are displaying now?
My brother wasn't a bad man. I was too sure of my fate. Well, it's definitely not this one, because I don't see how that's really... I mean, I'm pointing a little more to this, towards this one. Let's see.
I was so sure I was right to join the Mystic Bastards. Ain't nobody could have convinced me otherwise.
Indeed, Samuel. This cognitive distortion is known as being always right. And when you are always right, your choices are limited, even if they lead to doom.
Yeah, that's a particularly annoying one. Like, like you shouldn't. Although this one also sounds similar to control fallacy. Like, actually, this one sounds a lot similar to a lot of these other distortions. Like, assuming you know everything.
We become so convinced that only we have the appropriate perspective, even in a world of infinite possibilities. One would expect immortals to be immune to this distortion after seeing their beliefs challenged over generations. But we are just as susceptible to being always right.
If anything, being that old makes you more inclined to think that you're always right.
Let's try some examples so you can identify when I am always right. I have the experience of ages. My authority cannot be questioned.
I mean, sounds pretty clear.
Okay, Boomer.
Excuse me?
Just something I hear the kids say when old mortal folk are acting like they're always right.
I'm pretty sure Boomer's like a generation. You know, like Gen Z, Gen X, Millennial, so on and so forth.
The folks born after World War II are real good at destroying the world, but they assume age leads to wisdom. It ain't necessarily so.
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting way to put it. You're basically saying we haven't really actually learned that much from World War II.
You are always right about that. Well done, Samuel. With my multi-generational economic expertise, I am confident that market conditions will result in mass layoffs in the next quarter.
Okay, it's the I am confident line that's making me think this isn't, because if you said you were like positive or like you were 100% sure, then maybe, but you're saying you're confident, as in you strongly feel it will happen the way you predict it will happen, but you're also but also sounds a little open enough that you might be wrong. Like I am confident that I can do this, but I am not sure I can do it.
I know that turning another into a vampire inevitably results in resentment.
I think maybe, because, I mean, you don't know it always, you don't, like, it doesn't always end in resentment.
That sounds like you're always right. I know a lot of us vampires ain't too happy with our lot in life, but we ain't always resentful.
That is correct, Samuel. Of course, we must be careful when choosing whom we turn and when. Choosing to live forever is not a choice casually made.
Yeah, no shit.
It ain't usually a choice at all.
But we will endeavor to break that cycle, my friend. We have enough clients already without having more resentful immortals running around. Let us continue. I know for a fact that vampires become misanthropic as they age. I do not need your perspective.
Again, this one is also pretty clear cut. I mean, you're saying that you know for a fact and that you do not need our perspective. Like, you're talking in absolutes here.
And now hold on, you ain't always right. You thinking we're gonna turn into misanthropes is limiting you from making new vampires, but that's just your thinking.
Very good, my dear Samuel. Caution is warranted when bringing a new soul into the dark, but I must consider perspectives other than my own. I have not had much good fortune with my children of darkness, but I am indeed not the only judge of character.
You got kids, Andy?
I had many dark children before I recognized the gravity inherent in doing so.
By dark children, you mean, like, people you've turned into vampires? I think Sam was more curious if you have, like, actual children. Like, I mean, you sound like someone who gets around, if you know what I'm saying. It wouldn't surprise me if at least one of your mistresses had a, little bun in the oven. That...
I only wish more of my brethren could learn what a responsibility it is to begin the unlife of another. I know the internet is a passing fad. I have seen technology come and go, so I can trust my own expertise.
Again, you're making an assumption here.
I think you're doing a little always right there, Andy. A lot of folks had unwavering confidence that the fax machine was going to stick around forever, but they weren't right neither.
Truly? I still use my fax machine. It is the preferred mode of communication among vampires here in Germany.
Heck, I guess that just proves no one is always right about technology.
Yeah.
I think I get it, boss. If I had found folks to listen to other than myself, maybe I wouldn't have joined up with Ernie's gang.
Perhaps, perhaps not. You had plenty of reasons for making the choices you made. Reflecting on them is what helps us to grow.
Yeah, I'm a lucky fella all in all. I did some stuff with those vampires that I was pretty sure erased any humanity I had left, but I was wrong. Them transcendentalists I hold up with were ready to help me no matter how nasty I was. And I know I've done a lot of thinking on my own, but I owe them everything.
Oh, let me guess. This is a distortion saying you owe them everything.
I've done a lot of thinking on my own, but I owe them everything. Is that so, Samuel? Can you point out your own distortion there?
Okay, I've done a lot of thinking on my own, but I owe them everything. Well, I'm gonna say disqualifying the positive. I mean, this has just been here, just sitting here collecting dust.
It's my old favorite sneaking up on me, disqualifying the positive. I did plenty of work on myself.
That's right, Samuel. And why were the Transcendentalists able to help you? We just went over it tonight.
I wasn't always right. I wasn't mine. Yes, I wasn't, Wow, I genuinely don't know.
I realized I wasn't always right. I was ready to start receiving help.
Excellent, Samuel. Your capacity for self-reflection, and so quickly, is truly inspiring. I almost feel as though my blood is circulating on its own.
Do vampires even have blood?
Oh, come on, Andy. I'm just a fella.
You have earned a reprieve from disqualifying the positive, my friend. Embrace it. I believe we have had a productive session today. Let us not press matters. This is difficult work, and you are handling it wonderfully. How do you feel?
Wait, only 3? I thought we were gonna learn 5. And is this all of them?
You know, I feel okay. Somehow it's better than feeling good. What happened is what happened. Some bad stuff happened to me, and I did some bad stuff. None of it lasts forever. That's the nice thing about having all the time in the world.
Your trials have made you wise indeed, my dear Samuel. Now rest, my friend. You shall soon share your wisdom with your clients. I wish you a good night.
Yeah,
You
I believe
too.
it's early coffin time for me tonight. Have a good night, Andy.
What, early coffin? What, is it daylight savings
You
or
as well,
something?
Samuel. Rest in peace.
Alright. Okay, we're...
Samuel, greetings. You look a bit pale. May I offer you something to drink?
Okay, I don't see distortion, so I'm assuming we're gonna get into a client, and I think this is a good place to stop. I know it hasn't been 30 minutes exactly yet, but, you know, it's getting close. So, yeah, I'm gonna stop here. Hope you all had a good day today. Stay safe out there, and this was Short John Red.